Good afternoon, and welcome back to another exciting session, the PanIIT Global Conference. We have for you a fantastic fireside chat that Dr. SHAILESH MEHTA will moderate. Dr. MEHTA is an IIT B.Tech from 1971 with mechanical engineering from IIT Bombay. He has a master's and PhD in operations research, and he was probably one of the first of the IITians to enter the financial services sector way before it was cool. He worked at a bank, he built a bank, and turned it into a Fortune 300 company and had an incredibly successful exit. And he went on to then build a couple of private equity funds. He's also contributed to the IIT Bombay School of Management. And another IIT involvement he has is he is the PanIIT chairman. And he's been a fantastic fan of the IITs. So please join me in welcoming an IITian, a businessman, an entrepreneur, venture capitalist, and a philanthropist, Dr. SHAILESH MEHTA.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Thank you.
Kumar, which chair will be easier for you? Whatever you occupy. Thank you, Sandeep, for the introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. It's an after-lunch panel, so I want to make sure we wake up everybody. So I have an excellent, successful entrepreneur and philanthropist, Mr. Kumar Malavalli, seated, and I will give a brief intro about his background and his success story and the inspirational things that we can take away from him. So Kumar is a successful serial entrepreneur. Kumar co-founded Brocade, which I'm sure many of you have heard about it, Brocade Communication, and served as a chief technology officer. Subsequently, he co-founded InMage Systems and served as a CEO and chairman. And many of you have heard about, I think around last year, he exited by selling it, if I'm correct, to Microsoft. And then after, today, one of his investments that he's sharing, and he's a chief strategy officer and a chairman of GLASSBEAM, Inc. He's the co-author and driving force behind Fiber Channel, an evolutionary and disruptive technology that enabled the development of multi-billion-dollar industry based on storage area networks, and Kumar holds several patents in fiber channel technology. This is something we'll go as we discuss in the fireside chat, how he takes innovation and turns into an industry, not just a company. So Kumar's philanthropy is in the field of education that extends from digital learning in rural India. He has done substantial commitment of the digital learning centers through the America-India Foundation. He has established the endowed chair in storage system, Research University of California State, Santa Cruz, and he serves on the foundation board of the University of California, Santa Cruz. And he also Education Foundation Board of Trustee of California State University, East Bay, where he's involved in the promotion of STEM education. Kumar is a trustee of 3 Indus Scholastic Management Services, which co-founded to establish Indus International School in India, which is consistently ranked #1 in India. In 2003, Kumar was inducted into Silicon Valley Engineering Hall of Fame. He was recently awarded an honorary Doctor of Human Letters and Science at California State University, East Bay. In 2009, he took the position to Development Chair and Director of San Francisco Bangalore Sister City Program. He recently joined the Board of Directors of Asian Art Museum Kumar's degree in electrical engineering and physics from National Institute of Engineering in Mysore, India. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kumar Malavalli. Thank you. So Kumar, we have done this fireside chat format, and I want Kumar to give some insight. If you have any questions later on for Kumar, please use your app, and depending on the available time, he'll be open to answer as many questions as he could. But Kumar, I know you for quite some time, and whenever I meet you, always talk about innovation and disruption. Innovation and disruption. You always talk about Shailesh, this is going to be the new disruptive. And this is how you have moved. Now, I consider you as the genius when it comes to data, and you started your first innovation and disruption in storage. Can you share with the audience that journey that created Brocade?
Well, definitely, Shailesh. First of all, let me thank you for a wonderful introduction. And also, I thank the audience for having come here to listen to our talk here. But the starting of Brocade, it just kind of, I view that as an end point. So there's a lot of things that happened before starting Brocade. We didn't even have technology to start with, and we didn't have even the visibility of storage. Storage was hiding behind the servers, and then that architecture could not hack it, because in 1987-89 time frame, the internet was just beginning to happen. Web browser came into picture, and Mark Anderson came out with the Mosaic, working for University of Illinois. And then the file sizes were becoming longer and more complicated, more complex. And the existing infrastructure of connecting the storage could not hack it. So we had to come out with some innovative and disruptive way of doing things, connecting storage, which provides not only high performance, but also large connectivity and ubiquitousness of the geographical area where it is situated. So 10 of us in the industry, coming from different backgrounds, different companies, joined together and then gave a proposal to the American National Standards Institute to allow us to come out with a standard to be able to connect these millions of storage devices along with the servers and create a very high speed and performance-oriented network. So we called the technology, the standard's name was Fiber Channel at that time, and I ended up becoming chairman of the committee. And that's how it all started, because we had experts from different walks of life, expertise in storage, expertise in server, expertise in networking, and expertise from switching, which I offered as my contribution. And then we started developing the standard. In 1993, we had the standard. After developing the standard, how do you make sure that it's going to work? So we had a proof of concept. We created a consortium called Fiber Channel Systems Initiative, consisting of IBM, Sun Microsystems, and Hewlett-Packard. And I, coming from Canada, working for a Canadian company who had expertise in switching, became part of that consortium as a support organization to be able to connect the servers and the storage system to do the proof of concept. The proof of concept went very well. We got a lot of inquiries and a lot of good feedback within the industry. And then at that time, Hewlett-Packard looked at us, looked at my company, which had the technology to develop the switches. Now they acquired my group within the company to be able to own this IP for the switching. That's how we became part of Hewlett-Packard. In Canada, they called us Canadian Networks Operation. But thing is, euphoria set in, and we were very glad that we are in a big name like HP is behind us. But thing is, euphoria did not last long. And because to be able to provide the right product with the right feature, introduced into the market, then we needed quickness, we needed agility, we needed nimbleness. That did not exist in HP at that time. We were stuck in the bureaucracy and also the budget cycle time, length of budget cycle time, if you will. And then that I was frustrated. Then I started looking for funding to start my own company. That's how I met with a venture capitalist in Silicon Valley. And then the rest is history. We started Brocade Communication in 1995. I took Paul Bonderson, who was the director of mass storage in Sun, to be my co-founder. We launched the company literally in a hole of wall, the hole in the wall, in a strip mall in Sunnyvale. And that was in 1995, to be precise, August 18. And then we raised, the venture capital gave us the seed money, and we raised subsequent rounds and released the product in 1997. We got very good traction in the industry, and we had the shortest period from the inception of the company to IPO in 1999. We had the best IPO that year, and the rest is history.
Congratulations on that.
And one thing I would like to say, because while creating a company, in parallel to that, we had to create an industry by using innovative and disruptive technology. That's a very, very special environment that I was in. I'm very fortunate to be associated with the right people. The timing was right. So not only we created the innovative industry for storage area network, but in the process, we created the company.
Excellent. So you rewrote the book on the storage. And I think, by the way, are you able to hear Kumar okay in the back? Yes. Okay. Because I get a little feedback on the sound. So you moved from data storage and creating a disruption, and even people like HP and IBM were not there, and you created a whole new industry. Then where did you move next?
See,
what was your next disruption?
That's for the background. When you disrupt in the industry, when you create some innovative thing, what happens? You are trying to solve a problem, and inadvertently, while solving one problem, you create challenges in other areas. That's what happened. So we created a storage area network, which gives us the connectivity to connect storage and the servers in a very high speed, on a very high speed network. But it created problems in the area of data backup, because the storage is not directly connected to server anymore. It's sitting on a network which is ubiquitous. And then how do you do the backup? How do you do the replication? How do you do the disaster recovery? Then these were the challenges. To be able to meet those challenges, we had to come out with another innovative technology and process to be able to achieve, solve those challenges. That led to the formation of my second company called InMage, and we took advantage of the evolving and increasing deployment of cloud technology. We used that technology, came out with the innovative solution to provide the workload migration from anywhere to anywhere, from data from the company premises to the cloud or remote data center, any to any. So while creating the workload migration from any to any, the disaster recovery and backup became one of the use cases. That is as a result of this innovation. So that led to the creation of InMage, where I also assumed the role of CEO and the chairman of the company. And with this innovative technology, we achieved business traction, revenue traction, and eventually Microsoft liked what we are doing, and then they acquired us. Now it's one of the important integral part of their cloud.
The personal experience when Kumar was saying, okay, I've done the disruption in the storage and network as a storage. Now, next big area to break is the security, which today we talk about cybersecurity. And Kumar, when he came up with the first idea, might share the story?
Sure.
We were good friends, and said, Shailesh, I'm now going into data security, and he brought the InMage plan to me. We're VC. I really like Kumar's business plan, but we had one junior analyst who said, no, hardware storage is appliance is better than the software storage. Kumar is harping on my desk. He says, she doesn't get it, Shailesh, she doesn't get it. And the good news is he was right, and successfully he built InMesh. The bad news is we didn't invest. Anyway, Kumar, great story.
I would like to add something to that. Just before any innovation and disruption, you had to strongly believe in it. That's when it's going to happen. But there are a lot of naysayers. Just even in the before Brocade, when you start the company, the Cisco came and told us, why are you doing this with fiber channel? IP is going to be there. IP is going to kill. We're going to kill you someday. Don't even bother. These are the specific words I heard. But we strongly believed in what we are doing. We understood the data center better than the internet. There's a big difference between the data transfer within the data center and on the internet. There are a lot of different things. The size of the file matters, and the performance matters, and also resilience of data transfer matters. So all those things came into picture. So even in InMage, they were saying, it's not, there are other companies with a strong hardware involved in that. Why do you want to do it only software? But there, again, we were proven right. That's why my advice is to, if you believe in yourself, if you have the right technology, if you associate yourself with the right people, the timing is correct, you're going to succeed, and you're going to innovate through disruption.
So you moved from storage to security, now with GLASSBEAM. And the reason I'm taking you through this journey, because we have some takeaways out of this. You moved to the next big thing at GLASSBEAM. And again, you're following the data theme, that first disrupting the data storage, then disrupting data security. Now what are you disrupting?
Yeah, and I recommend, see, there is a very good sequel. It's like television serial, if you would. Like you said, we took care of the data storage problem, then the data protection, the security, as you mentioned, and the data migration in InMage. Then when you create the connectivity, when you provide good connectivity, obviously there are a lot of data is going to be generated all over. And then now we know what's happening. Internet of Things is a big thing. There's so many connected devices and the machines, and along with the human being, together there's a lot of data is being generated. But only 1% of data is actually being looked at for analytics. If you don't do the analytics, so much data is going to get wasted, because all these machines are talking about themselves. They're telling about them. They're giving useful information. Unless you decipher that, do the analytics, use the business intelligence on that, you won't be able to convert that raw data into useful, actionable information, and which is going to affect every walk of our lives in the future. That gave rise to my third company called GLASSBEAM. That's my present company. I co-founded the company, and also I'm helping them as the chief strategy officer and the chairman. And there we had to pick, because it's a very vast field. Internet of Things is very vast. You can't boil the ocean. You can't do everything. What we did, we read a lot of reports. We talked to a lot of analysts, and you can categorize into two areas of Internet of Things. One is business and industry IoT. Other one is consumer IoT, like wearables and all the healthcare monitors and driverless car and what have you. Although we didn't want to go that route, because that is still, although it's very attractive, very sexy, but thing is not producing enough revenue in the business yet. So we concentrate on the business and industrial IoT, where we do the analytics on the connected complex machines, where you have to take the data, model it, and then analyze it. It's more complex. And some of them may be even real-time analytics we had to do. So that's based on that background, we launched the company that is GLASSBEAM.
So the interesting thing is that what we're hearing, and I'm sure many sessions people have heard here about every eminent speaker in this conference has kept talking about things like starting Thursday evening, we had the speech from the Computer History Museum CEO that the amount of data that would be generated in the next 10 years will be far greater than all the data ever generated to date. We heard a couple other speakers saying that the innovation coming and this Internet of Things and Internet of People, our conference team, we're talking about such a big disruption is coming that 30–40% of the companies as we know today may not be around 10 to 20 years from now unless they completely re-engineer their business model. Given that background, and given that, and you're saying the same thing, and I've heard you saying it, how do you take, okay, what you have done is a very focused data-related migration from storage to data protection and, and then now to big data analytics. So many people in this audience would like to hear that, okay, that's your expertise, but how do you take that generic thinking to take it to the businesses, or where do you recommend these people how to think the idea and the company and disruption?
Definitely, because what we are doing in GLASSBEAM, we're just scratching the surface. Because that's a vast area, there's a lot of scope for innovation and disruption. Just for example, one of the disruption what we did in GLASSBEAM was, if you look at the data, it's not one type. There are different types and formats of data coming in. And then how do you ingest all of them? When you ingest all the different kinds of data, you will have to standardize that to one format. And then in automatic fashion, because you cannot download and then manually you can convert into standard format, but that takes days. So how do you do that in 10 minutes or 15 minutes? So that's what we did. We created our own special language and then ingested the data, normalized the structure into one standard format, then use the business intelligence on that, and did the analytics. While doing the analytics, we also did the modeling, because if you look at companies such as, there are other companies, they say they're going to do the analytics. For example, if you want to know temperature of a machine, it gives you the list of temperature at all times. But thing is, if you know the trend, if you want to do the predictive analytics, based on trend, you can predict failure, you can predict congestion in the network, and all those things. To be able to do that, you have to do the modeling. That's that's what we did. But I say we are still scratching the surface, because there are a lot of other areas of innovation. For example, for some of the new entrepreneurs, I can say that, for example, there is no really good IoT fit database modeling. We use whatever is available, but that is one area. Other one is presentation layer. Like we use the presentation layer solution from Tableau, but thing is there has to be standard way of presenting that, so that the user can understand. It should be intuitive and it should be informative. And the third area is again the operating system. We had to come up with the IoT, the applicable operating system, and which should be interruption driven. And those are the areas, and then that is in the area of software. But in the area of actual devices, the manufacturing of sensors, you had to have you got to miniaturize them, because, for example, wearable is coming. But that's good today, but the usefulness of the wearable will increase only as much as the improvement happens in the area of sensors. You have to miniaturize it. Then what about the power consumption? There is a lot of areas of innovation. And also industry security. Right now, what we are addressing in the security area, we are talking about cyber security, we are talking about data security, but we have to worry about industry security. That's where it's very important for IoT to secure, because you may have very good connectivity, very good analytics, somebody can hack it and cause disaster. So those are some example areas that I view that there are a lot of potential for innovation and disruption. And I think you intelligence audience from IIT, and you can come out with very good answer for all these questions. Some of them I may not even mention.
No, anyway, I have a series of questions, but I was told that there are some questions from the audience going on the app, and we told to keep our phone on the airplane mode. So anybody behind the stage, if you have a question from the audience, then bring the question here, because I'm in the airplane mode. But while they're doing it, Kumar, you know, journey of an entrepreneur is not that easy. And tell us the most difficult situation you encounter in your 3 startup, I mean, the Brocade story, the InMage story, and the GLASSBEAM.
The most difficult part was, and you know that it's a good idea. It is. No, when you say it's a good idea, it should not be just intellectual stimulus. It should do something. It should do something good in the society. It should help. It should solve real problems, you know. And then timing has to be good. When all those things are there, but some people don't believe you sometimes, then it's a very frustrating thing. We have gone through that in all the 3 areas, but we got over that by persistence and perseverance.
You didn't attend the morning session, right?
No, I didn't. I really feel very bad that I didn't attend.
Some people are, I think my friend Vish is laughing. Same story. I think what we are seeing that to be a successful entrepreneur, you believe in what you believe, no matter what others says.
Exactly.
And you pursue until you are done with.
And
amazing, amazing. But that's a consistent message.
And also one other thing I would like to add, you believe in something, and also you had to watch the market dynamics. We did that in Brocade very well. We had to see where the market is going, because market is always right. Marketing may be wrong, but market is always right. So we had to be able to be nimble enough to make this small course correction as you move along.
So you will not make it on the Wall Street.
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. So one of the questions people have asked here, the audience, that what are books you will recommend to young people?
Of course, Jack Welch's book, that comes to my mind. I read that. It's incredible. And also, I forget the name of the author. He's from Palo Alto. He wrote Crossing the Chasm. Mm-hmm. And those kind of things, marketing, how to cross the chasm, how to do the innovation, how to disrupt. He explains it very well. I don't remember his name right now. I can provide it on the email later on. But these are the 2 books. One from this author, and also Jack Welch's book on management. It's superb. It's because it's easy. We all engineers. We have a tendency of having a creeping elegance, I call it. You want to keep it better than before, but we miss the market window. So you got to be able to know when it is good enough. And as long as it doesn't have bugs, really, then you should go for it and do the meet the market timing.
Now, one last question before we end the session. Kumar, is there young people who are aspiring and they want to do, what about people like me? You give an advice of how to live as properly.
It's like asking,
one of the most balanced person I know. So
it is like asking, the grandfather asking grandson, teach me how to cough. No, nothing. I don't know what to say, because you achieved great success in your own capacity, and then I learned a lot from you. From the business side, and also financial. That's another thing, financial management, that I learned from you. See, company success only comes as long as they have the funding. Never. One of the advice that I give for the entrepreneurs when you raise them, how much money you raise, but don't run out of money. So otherwise you're going to fail. So very good financial management is also very important.
Yeah,
but that I learned from you.
No, I didn't want mine, but I need, because I've heard to ask one to cheat. Tell me one last thing. In the school, how did you make, in an education field, the best school in India?
Again, it's the people. We had the model. The model is, we want to come out with the holistic education. Curriculum is important. Mathematics, physics, and everything is important. But at the same time, you got to bring other expertise as well to make it holistic. One is entrepreneurship program we have. Another one is the leadership quality. And also we hired, we have a good business model. We didn't have just principal and the teachers in the school. We created a structure where we have a CFO and CEO and CFO. CEO is a very eminent General Ray, the retired Army general. He brought in the discipline. His role is to make sure the administratively you manage, and also make sure you do the right marketing, and then do business, business management. Then we have the CFO to financial management. Then the principal became the COO. That model we created that is working.
Thank you, Kumar. And ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand to my good friend Kumar.
Thank
a
you.
successful entrepreneur, humanitarian, and fine judge of wine.
Thank you very much.